A year and a half ago, we installed some Mohawk Cambridge scraped oak laminate engineered flooring in our kitchen and in our laundry room. We now have some problems with it. I'm going to show you these problems, and I'm going to tell you what happened with Mohawk and how everything went down, and some other things that I discovered that didn't make me too happy. Today I'm going to pull this flooring up. I have one box left over. I'm going to replace the affected pieces and hopefully get a couple more years of service life out of this floor. This was a lot of work for something to fail this quickly. We noticed the problems about 6 months ago. After I contacted Mohawk, they offered me 2 boxes of flooring and to loan me a tool that would be able to pull the planks out without removing the whole floor. Upon reading the reviews of this tool, I found out that it's pretty much a joke, that you'd waste several hours trying to use it and wind up pulling the floor up anyway. So I'm going to avoid the tool and just pull the floor up. So let's take a closer look at what's going on, and I'll explain some of my conversation with Mohawk. And like I say, I'm just not happy with what took place. Hi everybody, I'm Jim Deerdorf and this is Detroit DIY. Let's look at this mess. I've put some tape down to help me even see some of the issues with the floor. If you don't look at it on the right angle, you won't see it. My wife was cleaning the floor and she said, I see a hump in the floor. I think something's going on. So if I can get the camera on the very right angle in between those 3 pieces of tape, you can see that the flooring is swollen. Now this is obviously from water intrusion. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Water has sat on the floor and got into the boards. However, this is the part that I don't understand. There is no water that sits on this floor for 24 hours. We live here, so if we see a little puddle of water on the floor, we clean it up. There's more issues here, and I think this is basically the bulk of the issues. And like I say, if we don't get on the right angle, we can't see it. Hey buddy. And like I say, I'll put some pictures up because I have some pictures that show this issue very well, but right in between those 3 pieces of tape is a huge bubble in the floor. Also right here, we have 2 spots where the ends are starting to lift up. Now the thing that concerned me the most, or the area in the floor that concerned me the most, would be right here, where Oliver's standing. This is the door that the dogs go in and out. This is the door that we go in and out of. For the most part in the winter, we come in this door. Because our back porch is covered, we can knock most of the snow off of our shoes. When we come in, take our shoes off, leave them on this rug. So this rug is wet a lot of the times. I was worried about this section of floor. But if I lift this rug up, you'll see there is not a single issue with the floor right there. This is where it gets wet most of the time, so there's no issue. So I'm thinking that these boards have an issue, that the water did not sit there for a 24-hour period. In fact, they readily soaked it up and destroyed themselves. So it was very little water in my belief that did that, and it sat there for a very short period of time. The other reason I believe this to be true is because of my conversation with Mohawk. Let's get into that real quick. At any rate, I'm going to start getting some trim off and start getting this flooring pulled up, and we'll come back and take a look at some of these pieces when I get them out and see if we can better tell kind of how the water got in and what happened. Slight change of plans. I pulled out my refrigerator to remove the trim from behind it to start pulling this flooring up, and I discovered that all the flooring underneath the refrigerator is buckled. There's no water underneath my refrigerator. This is just caused by humidity, I would believe. Temperature changes underneath the refrigerator that creates a little bit of moisture. the flooring couldn't handle that, and it just buckled it all up. I just placed a call to Mohawk again to see if I can get anywhere. The flooring that's available to replace this flooring is 100% waterproof. It's called Westmere Scraped Oak. I'm just going to try and see if they can work a deal with me to at least satisfy me enough to be willing to say that Mohawk did me right. So I'm going to wait for that phone call. I'm going to go ahead and finish pulling off my trim. The Westmere Scraped Oak appears to not currently be available. It's not discontinued, but it's not currently available. So I don't know that I'm going to pull all of this flooring up until I can get my hands on the replacement. So we'll go from there, and I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this trim off, get everything prepped, get it ready to go, try and figure out how long it's going to take me to get the Westmere, and see what happens then, see if it's a better quality flooring. But I don't even have enough to patch the mess that's here. I have one box of this flooring left over, and that is not enough to fix the problems that I have with this floor. And seeing underneath the refrigerator, it doesn't make me want to fix the problems with this floor. And when I said earlier that this flooring is discontinued and they changed it up, when they discontinue a product, a lot of times it's because it doesn't sell or that there's a problem with it. So they did not change the look of the Westmere Scraped Oak. You could put a piece of that right in with this and you would never know the difference. So they didn't discontinue this flooring because it wasn't a good seller. They discontinued this flooring, in my opinion, because it was a horrible flooring. It wouldn't stand up and it was hurting their name. And they decided to pull this line, make it 100% waterproof, and go that route. So, with that in mind, I have to work on Mohawk a little bit more. Plan B would be pull all this up, return it to Costco, get as much money back as I can, and replace the floor that way. But I am not going to try and patch this floor in to just do it again in another year. So we're going to see what we can do, and I will be back. I'm almost finished pulling my trim off, and I just received a call back from Mohawk Flooring. It wasn't as long of a wait as I thought it might be. They actually called me back within an hour and a half. I talked to the supervisor for customer service at Mohawk Flooring, told her about my issues. Again, this is the first time that I've dealt with her, and we have come to the agreement that they will credit me for this entire kitchen floor. So I'm really shocked by that, because their first offer was 2 boxes, and this time their offer is 12 boxes. So I am thrilled that they're going to credit me for this floor. I'm just not sure what step we're going to take next. If we're going to get the 100% waterproof Mohawk flooring that's identical to this and put it back down. My wife really likes this flooring, and I have a feeling that that's what's going to happen. So in any instance, I believe that I'll be okay with that in the end, just so long as I don't have these same sort of issues. So I was really surprised, and I discussed with her on the phone the fact that they discontinued this line of flooring, and she told me that this was one of their most popular floors, which I could agree with. It's a gorgeous looking floor. However, they don't just change these products to change them. She told me that they discontinued it and they brought out the other line because they're always trying to improve their products. Okay, I get that, but if you have a #1 seller and it doesn't have an issue, why does it need to be improved? So I'm going to look, and a little bit later on I'll look online and I'll try to find reviews on this flooring and see how many other people may be having the same problems I have. If you've installed Mohawk flooring and you've had any issues at all, please leave something in the comments so that I can see them, other people can see them, and we can get a real good grip of what's going on. And if Mohawk flooring is exceptional, or and I just got some fluky boards, or if there is a true issue with the flooring. I'm going to start pulling this stuff up, try to get my hands on the new stuff, and we'll come back and take a look at everything. And when I get one of these boards out also, we're going to take a look at that and see exactly what's going on with that board, why maybe water has got into it. One of the things she did tell me is that maybe the edge of the board got hurt during installation, too hard of tapping, but some of it is the side of the board, which isn't, it's just a slip lock that doesn't require tapping there. So I know some of the boards were more resistant to tap in once you locked them in, and maybe that was the case. The groove wasn't quite done correctly. There was an issue with the boards. There's no doubt in my mind there was an issue, but at least they honored it. We'll take a look at these when I get them up and go from there. It's been a couple of days and I had success with Mohawk's warranty. They credited me for the 216 square feet in my kitchen and the 10% waste. So they did the credit through Costco. Costco gave us a store card and we purchased the new floor. We did go with the Mohawk flooring again, the 100% or the waterproof flooring. So we're going to see how that pans out. I did find some reviews and I want to read one to you. This is from the flooringreport.com. I'll put a picture of that up right now. Mohawk, out of 28 flooring companies, ranks number 24. Not real good. The reports are, some of them are a little bit old and some of them are new. So I found the newest one, which is dated 12/14 of 2020. It says, horrible quality. Do not purchase Mohawk flooring. Our home is 2 years old and our floors look like we have lived here for 20 years. They are not durable at all. They scratch like crazy and the top layer is actually peeling. We had an independent inspector come out, and even with his input, Mohawk will not stand behind its own product and replace the damaged boards. The product is marketed by new builders. Darling. Don't buy a Darling home either. If it can't withstand the steam from a dishwasher or a dropped ice cube by the refrigerator, then it should not be installed in a kitchen. Don't ever buy Mohawk. Okay, so the scratching, I did not have any scratching. I have two 70-pound pit bulls. My male pit bull is very high energy. He comes in here, he does burnouts, he peels up the rugs. My floor had no scratching. My floor had no peeling. My floor had no real, even in the high traffic areas, no issues with wear. My only problem was moisture intrusion. This floor that was here was supposed to be 24-hour water resistant. We live here, so if an ice cube falls on the floor or something like that, yes, it may have time to melt. We'll see the puddle and we'll clean it up. So how some of these occurred, I have no idea, other than the fact that the floor is not 24-hour moisture resistant. They discontinued this floor and they came out with a waterproof floor. So it looks exactly the same, and that is the floor that we're installing. As far as the warranty goes, I was able to get warranty. According to the reviews that I've read, and I read about 15 of them, no one has been able to get warranty on their floors in any of these reviews. And in the very beginning, they were only willing to give me 2 boxes of flooring and loan me a tool that, according to the reviews on that tool, is basically a waste of time to attempt to replace the boards in the middle of a floor without pulling it all out. So either I'm extremely lucky to have gotten the warranty on this flooring, or I talked to the right person, maybe the right time of day. I have no idea, but I did get the warranty on my flooring. I currently have all the old flooring removed, and I am in the process of putting the new flooring in. Let's take a look at what we got going on, and then we'll take a look when it's all finished. I worked on this for about 5 hours yesterday. I had just a little bit more flooring to pull up, and I've got about 6 rows down. I've had to pull out my dishwasher, redo everything underneath that, and put the dishwasher back in. So I've got the worst part done. It should go pretty quick now. I'm gonna go get me some half boards cut. The floor is not a concrete floor. It is a wood floor that's been flattened. I have a video on that. I'll put a link right up above. And for the naysayers that said that the Henry 546 would all crack up on the floor, as you can see, there are a couple of small hairline cracks, but the Henry is holding up very well on this wood floor. This is a piece of the old floor, and right here is where the raised spot is, and the board is just swollen from water intrusion. I guess the nice thing is the finish isn't peeling off. As you can see, it's not peeling off, it's not letting go. When I look at the edge of the board, I can see that there is a little bit of swelling in here. The material has separated a little bit from the moisture. Now, we're not exactly sure what might have happened right here or what would have caused this. This was in front of our refrigerator, about 8 or 10 inches out, and we're thinking maybe an ice cube did fall on the floor and melt. Like I say, when we saw the puddle, it would have been cleaned up. Probably never thought twice about it, and then this happened. And the funny thing is if you look straight down at the floor, you don't see these little humps. But if you stand back and the light hits it just right, you can obviously see that it's been compromised. And I had 3 areas like this in my floor, and then what I found under the refrigerator. So I'm hopeful that this waterproof floor that Mohawk has replaced this with, it's an identical look. In fact, these boards can be patched in with the new boards because the look is identical. They changed the name to Westmere Scraped Oak instead of Southbridge Scraped Oak, so this floor is no longer available in the 24-hour water resistance. And like I said in the beginning, I think that's because there was an issue. They told me on the phone that it's because they're improving their product. They're always trying to improve their product. So to me, a perfect product doesn't need improvement. But at any rate, this is what I had. Hopefully I don't have it again. The install went pretty good. No real complaints. I'm pretty happy with how the flooring went down. It was basically the same as the last time that I did it. I have 1 strip left to do and then put my trim back on. And this will be a finished project. In closing, I just want to say, pick your flooring wisely. You never know when you buy this flooring, or any product for that matter, how the warranties are going to go, if you're going to have issues, if you're not going to have issues. For me, like I say, my first attempt with Mohawk was 2 boxes of flooring and the loans of a tool to replace flooring in the middle of the floor. The reviews weren't good on that tool. I knew that I was going to wind up having to pull up the floor. I found more problems, called Mohawk, and they warrantied my floor. So, you know, don't just do 1 phone call or call 1 time and accept what they have to say, or send them an email. Pick up that phone and blow them up and just let them know you're not happy. And you never know, things could change. And that's for any company, not just Mohawk. So at any rate, guys, I'm hopeful that this floor holds up way better than the other one. And like I say, my only problem was some water intrusion. So I'm hopeful that this this new product that they have is going to work better than the old one. If you'd like to get an amazing shirt like this, I've put a link down in the description to our store. You can get sweatshirts, t-shirts, coffee cups, all kinds of cool stuff. I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd check it out. And if you'd purchase something, it would help to support this channel and keep videos like these coming. If you enjoyed yourself, click on one of those 2 videos. They're going to pop up next to me. And remember to always respect the power of your power tools. We'll see you soon.